Is your competitor undercutting you when it comes to price? Don't worry, we're going to address that issue today. Stay tuned. I'm Frank, and I'm all about helping business owners and entrepreneurs start and grow their lawn care business. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you're notified of my future videos. What's going on, lawn care pros? So today I'm driving around and it just dawned on me to make a video, and we're making a video today about pricing because I get a lot of questions about lawn pricing, and I do have a great video on how to price your lawn from start to finish right up here, so make sure you follow that link and check that video out. But today I'm going to kind of talk to you about you hear a lot of people talking about where they're increasing the price. They're constantly increasing the price and you're demanding more and more. That's great. But one of the things we need to address when you're pricing your lawn service, and if you're increasing your price and you're asking for a premium, is, are you doing quality work? That's probably the number one thing that you need to focus on when it comes to your customers, right? It's good to have good customer service. If somebody calls in, you're on the phone right away. If they have a complaint, you're able to take care of it right away. That's all great. But the most important thing is, are you doing a good job? And it dawned on me to kind of talk to you about this a little bit because I have a client that I am helping in growing his business, and he's going through a lot of growing pains this year. And that's kind of a good thing, right? But at the same time, we want to make sure that we take care of those things and we're doing a good job, actually a great job for all of the customers, so we can grow organically, right? So this company that I'm helping out has probably 300 or 400, well, we'll just say 350 lawn accounts. I don't want to give away the exact amount, but let's just say 350, and we're expected to grow his company in the upwards of 100 to 150 more lawn accounts. And that's great, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we do that in a way that we are continuing to do excellent service, right? And one day this week, I came over to my house and I noticed that one of my neighbors, which happens to be a customer of his, the lawn didn't look that great to me. When they cut that lawn, it didn't look great to me because they cut it a little bit too short, not horrible, but they left some clippings on the lawn. And I'm kind of a perfectionist, so maybe you can get away with that in some areas. But when it comes to like my neighborhood and the type of customers and the relationships that I'm building, we really want to do the best job possible. And I noticed that, and I texted him with some pictures, and he responded right away. And in a couple days, it happened to be over the weekend, so in a couple days he sent a crew out and he corrected the problem without even the customer even complaining about it, right? But what I'm trying to get at is, you gotta head these things off from the get-go. So you want to make sure you're doing a great job, right? You want to head those things off. You don't want to deal with those kind of things. And the reason he's dealing with some of that, which he normally wouldn't be dealing with, is because he happened to have a new crew out for that particular day. And it comes back to training and making sure that you are proactive and making those lawns look good at all times, right? We want to provide the best quality service. And the reason I emphasize this is because it happens to be on that same day I got a little brochure on my door that said $25 for your lawn. Wow, and this is a kind of a national kind of, or a regional kind of company that they're trying to do more where they're doing things online to get the prices down. So it dawned on me, how do you compete with that, right? How do you compete with that $25 when it should really be $35 or $40 for my lawn? And my answer is you don't. You don't compete with that, because then you're dealing with a commodity. You're treating it as a commodity. And what happens when you're dealing with that and treating it like a commodity, then it becomes a pricing war. So how do you charge 40 when they're charging 25? Well, that comes back to the exceptional customer service, and most importantly, doing a great job from the get-go. So when I came over and I saw, my neighbor's yard and had some things on the lawn that needed to be addressed, those are the things that you can do from the $40 lawn compared to the $25 lawn, right? So you can see that happening on a $25 lawn, but you shouldn't see that happen on a $40 lawn. So that's what makes a difference. And, some of the other things that we've talked about in other videos, making sure that when you're dealing with the customer, you're letting them know, being proactive. Hey, if it's, if we're not able to come out because of rain or what have you, we're communicating that. And those bigger type companies or the regional type companies that are charging these, small amounts, they're not going to be able to compete with you necessarily on those levels, right? They're not going to compete with you knowing, Mrs. Jones's name, Mrs. Jones's birthday, Mrs. Jones's anniversary, and how many dogs they have, and what the dog's name is, and the things that really differentiates you from that $25 cut, right? It's about a relationship. It's about making sure that we're not just a commodity, because once you become a commodity, then it's a pricing war, and it's a pricing war to the downside, right? We don't see a pricing war to the upside. We don't say, oh man, this is a great commodity and there's a lot of people that are, mowing, how can I charge more? Most of the time when we're dealing with commodities or a commodity-based driven business, it's usually most of the time, right? It's a price war to the downside. How can we get it cheaper, right? And quite frankly, you don't want those type of customers, because those are the headache customers. You want that relationship type of customer. I hope that was helpful for you guys. If it was, make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the bell button so you're notified of my future videos. See you next time, lawn care pros.